Bienvenido a otro episodio de Lunch with the Shark. Acompañemos mientras nos adentramos en discusiones sobre negocios, contabilidad y finanzas para ayudarte a construir un negocio que prospere. Ahora siéntate a comer con tu anfitrión, The Shark CFO Vidal Espinosa.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Lunch with the Shark. This is the first time that I am producing this on my own because our producer is out running some errands, and this is new. But apparently, I did it right now, so it's working. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending another Lunch with the Shark with us. What an amazing week has been. What an amazing year it has been. Whoever says the opposite, I don't care. This has been an amazing year. Whatever the year has brought us, whatever the year is bringing us, and whatever the year will bring us, it's going to be just amazing things. Change your expectations for appreciations. People, change your expectations for appreciations, and everything will be more than okay. What have you done so far? What is going on in your week? Any wins? Any major wins for this week? Let us know. Comment on it, and we really appreciate every single of your comments. And as you can see here, our title, we're starting another series. And this one is going to be the life cycle of business. There's I ate one letter there, so we'll correct it, or if not, I apologize. This is live, and I had to redo it. So another piece of business mastery, or some of the pieces for business mastery, is knowing what's the life cycle of your business. The life cycle of your business. And let me tell you one thing. If you have kids, or nieces, or nephews, or grandson, granddaughter, whatever, you have probably seen them grow up, right? They go through many stages. They go through birth. They go through newborn. They go through toddler. They go through teenager. We have toddlers and we have teenagers in our household. And let me tell you one thing. Both of them are a handful. Miguel Angelito, teenager, damn, I adore him. I love him, but damn. Toddler, Ana Georgia, Emma, they are adorable. Ana Sofia, also teenager. She's a girl that you can imagine. And then Emiliano is in between. He's not a toddler nor a teenager. He's just a little kid, which I want to congratulate him because he got amazing grades. David and Benny. Benny's still a toddler to an extent. Benny, it's getting into the teen years. So they're also amazing. We love them to death. Then we have young adults. Then we have midlife. Whew, I'm not going to talk about that. Aging. And finally, death. Why am I telling you this? As life, business have this same cycle. As life, a business has this same cycle. Additionally, a business its own spare entity and needs to be treated as such. I cannot extend or emphasize on this. A business, even though you own it, it's not you. You own it, you manage it, but it's not you. It's a different entity, and you need to treat it as such. Their business account. It cannot be utilized for personal expenses. You know what? We are actually creating a system to teach how to utilize an LLC, how to utilize a corporation. They utilize the same thing, even though they have different legal aspects, even though they have different tax implications or tax structures or tax strategies, they have to be utilized the same. But we don't know how to utilize it, okay? So they need to be treated as such, as different, okay? Each business goes through these stages at a different rate. We will be exploring each one of these different stages in your business. We're going to talk about the pitfalls and how you can avoid them, okay? So let's start by the beginning. Birth. Let me create a company. Let me create a business. Ooh, I have an idea. Ooh, my mom has the best Mexican sauce that there existed in the earth. Let me launch a restaurant. That's an idea. It hasn't been born, but that's an idea. So birth. A business is started the moment you take a significant personal risk. A business is started the moment you take a significant personal risk. What is that? You have to have skin in the game. Ooh, my mom makes the best sauce in Mexico. Let me open the restaurant, but I have no money. Let me go and ask for money so I can open the restaurant. Bah. Do you have risk on it? No. You know what? If you come to me, I'll say, I'll invest dollar to dollar. For each dollar you personally invest, I'll invest another dollar. How about that? And to make it fair, since you're going to work on it, since you're going to work on the business, since you're going to work in the business as well, I'm not going to take 50% of it. I'm actually going to take 35% of your business. How about that? That's having skin in the game on your part. But when you go into an investor or somebody that you want to invest in your business, in your idea, to believe on you, and you have nothing to show for it, you have no skin in the game, you have no significant personal risk on it, why should I trust you? Why should I trust your idea? Just because? Just because you're telling it to me? So it's very interesting. Most people at this stage work to meet their own needs and hence have a job, not a business. At birth, you have a job, not a business. If you're moonlighting, meaning you have your own job, you get a salary, you work for somebody else, you have to answer to somebody else, and then you go home, and then you start working on your business. You're just a job. You have just a second job. You're not a business owner. Your mindset is not as a business owner. It's not a business. Let me repeat this. Most people at this stage work to meet their own needs, and hence they have a job, not a business. It was very interesting because last week we heard from somebody say, you know what? Most of you are independent owners, independent contractors with a business. What you need to understand and you need to differentiate is the meaning between a self-employed versus an entrepreneur business owner. Okay? At this stage, you're self-employed. You are an employee of your own business. You're working to meet your own needs. Does that resonate with you? Does that make sense? Beginning stages, birth. If you compare your business to a kid, to a newborn, what does a newborn do? They only sleep, eat, poop, and pee, and the cycle repeats. Do they care for themselves? No, they don't. Who cares for themselves? Mom or dad? Okay? And they depend on mom and dad. So your business at this stage are going to depend on mom and dad. Mom or dad. So they're going to sleep, they're going to eat, and they're going to poop and pee. And the cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. Okay? To succeed, you need to think of the needs of the business as different as from your own needs. It's very interesting because if you realize, and we started by saying your business has to be different than you, if you have your business just to satisfy your own needs, meaning, you know what, fuck, I don't want to work for nobody, I'm going to work for myself, I'm going to create my own business, and the only thing I need for my business is money to pay my rent, money to eat, and money to go out. And I have a budget, if you create a budget, and I only need $5,000, and that's all I need. That's great. That's amazing. Your business, your job, you're self-employed, it's going to only grow to a $5,000 a month business. That's okay if that's what you want. Nevertheless, maybe that's not what your business wants. So you need to succeed to think the needs of your business different as yours. Maybe you have an amazing idea, which is that sauce that your mom created. Okay? So in order for that, the difference is what does that sauce need to exponentially grow? Okay? It's different than your own needs. With that said, let me tell you 3 steps you need to start to keep your business strong and healthy. Damn, this gets better and better and better and better and better. We have talked over and over and over, and again, I apologize if we sound like a broken record, if we sound repetitive. Gabriel and I, we've discussed this on the Mexican Spanish-speaking Lunch with the Sharks. Whatever we say here, do not take it literally, okay? This is just a recipe. Like a cooking recipe, this is just a recipe. Please modify it. Please tropicalize it to your business. These are the basis. These are the foundation. These are the starting point or the minimum, listen, to the minimum requirements to be successful. If you at least implement 50, 60, 70%, or even less of whatever we tell you here, I'm going to tell you one thing. You can trust me, and I can bet on this. You will be an overachiever, a successful business owner, because most business owners are not even doing the minimum, okay? And the minimum, what I call, personally, I call it the half-ass syndrome. I just do the minimum to get by. People are not doing the minimum. They're just doing whatever is required, not even the minimum. And if you do the minimum, you're going to be successful. But don't try to be successful with a minimum. It doesn't work like that. You won't be able to exponentially grow. So here are the 3 steps or the 3 things that you need to keep so you can business grow strong and healthy. Let me compare it to a baby. If you keep feeding good formula, breastfed the kid, they're going to grow healthy and stronger. Okay? So the first thing is create a business entity. Create a business entity. That's number 1. In a business entity, it's either an LLC, a corporation, a partnership, something that is completely different than you as a sole proprietor. Okay? Let me repeat that. The first thing is create a business entity. LLC, corporation, partnership. Okay? Let me explain one thing. Oh, I want to create an S corporation. S corporations do not exist. They're not an entity. They're not a thing. S corporation It's a way of being taxed. Okay? That's it. An S corporation is a way of being taxed. Okay? There's a lot of implications. There's a lot of things that we need to consider. But when you're going to create a business entity, LLC, corporation, partnership. Okay? We personally recommend an LLC, and I'm going to tell you why. An LLC versus a corporation has less legal requirements. I'm not an attorney, so whenever you consult with us, we'll actually have an attorney on the line, or we'll put you in touch with our attorney, or the attorney will draft the agreements based on our preliminary questionnaire that has been drafted by the attorney, and we consult for you for business purposes and tax strategy purposes. Okay? So we recommend an LLC because it has least legal requirements to you to maintain. That's very easy. That's very common. If you get a corporation, there's more legal requirements. Consult with your attorney. Consult with your state. Consult with your state, country. Okay? So, a lot of consultants tell you, don't incorporate. Don't incorporate because you are doing $100,000 in sales and revenue. So incorporate it whenever you are making X amount of money. There's no such formula, people. There is no such formula. If you want to be successful in business, you have to have skin in the game. You have to go all in. Your mindset needs to change. Your mindset has to be, fuck, I'm a corporation. I'm an LLC. I have structure. Whenever you have structure in your life, you succeed. Whenever you have structure in your life, you succeed. A business structure, LLC, corporation, partnership, it's going to make you succeed in your business. The foundation for a good tax strategy planning, it's your entity. LLC, corporation, partnership. Okay? That's all there is. That's the foundation for a great tax strategy. And whenever you are successful bringing in millions and millions of dollars in revenue, you're going to have a solid foundation for that tax strategy. Okay? So, when you're working through small business founders, essentially have two options when working through how to choose a corporation structure. I told you already that LLC or corporation, the partnerships as well. Okay? So, a good number of founders often choose to opt for forming an LLC, and I'll tell you why. It has less legal requirements. Okay? Now, a difference between an LLC and a corporation, LLC has members. So each investor, they're called members. And in a partnership, a corporation, they're called shareholders. Okay? So it also all depends on what you want to be. Do you want to be a shareholder or a member? Okay? For less burden, I would like to be called a member. This is very important as your business grows. A bigger business creates bigger liability. Aha! So having an LLC at the beginning will keep your business protected. One of the first things that we ask our possible clients or our clients that are trying to create a business is, do you own a house? Are you going to inherit? Do you have a 401k? Do you have investments? Remember, every single decision you make on your business can come back and hunt you personally. If you have an LLC, a corporation, you'll have at least a little bit of a protection if you know how to use it, or the business consultant is guiding you on how to use it. Now, it all depends on you if you follow the guidance, okay? It's not on the consultant, it's on you. If you follow the guidance on how to utilize the LLC properly, then you'll be protected, okay? I'm not an attorney, but there's three things that will make you, and three basic things that will make you lose that protection. The first one, it's not being well capitalized, meaning that, let me give you an example. Let's say that I am in the real estate business, okay? and I buy and sell property as an investor. Somebody else remodels the houses for me, and then I buy them and put them in the market, which is called flipping properties. Okay? But my capital, my seed capital, it's $50,000. But I buy properties of million dollar inventory of properties. Well, maybe you're not well capitalized, because how can you buy $1 million inventory of properties with $50,000 in capital? That's not well capitalized. If something were to happen, that's a determinant saying you're not well capitalized. There's something wrong there. Okay? You probably lended the money to the company when you should not have lended it. You should have capitalized it. So that's a problem there. Second, piercing the corporate veil. You should consult with your attorney. But piercing the corporate veil, for example, is utilizing your business checking accounts for personal use. You have your business account, and it's very simple that you pull out the debit card and you go and to the movies by mistake. But you continue doing that, and you buy clothes with that, and you pay your living expenses with that because, oh, I'm going to make it deductible. No. That's piercing the corporate veil, because you're utilizing the company as if it was you. That, no legal protection anymore. And the third one, committing fraud. It's very clear, committing fraud. Okay? So an LLC, a corporation, grants you that protection from your own personal assets. Okay? That's great. Second point, and we've talked about this. Open 2 checking accounts. Remember, your checking accounts, your bank statements are not your financial statements. You should not make decisions based on those documents. They're worthless. Okay? They only tell you how much you have in your bank, and that's it at that moment. Okay? Because you don't even know if every single check that you issued has cleared. Maybe there's an outstanding check that has not cleared your bank account, and your bank account says that you have $5,000, and you're like, oh, hell, I have $5,000 in profit. The following day, that check clears, and you're minus $1,500. What happened? Where's my money? Well, the check cleared. You did not know that check was outstanding for $6,500, and now you're in the red for $1,500, plus whatever other expenses you created or transfer you created because you thought you had $5,000 in profit. Your bank account is not your financial statement. Why 2? Separate your income, your revenue, from your expenses, from whatever it's going out. Control the way your money goes out, because you cannot control the way money comes in, but you can control the way your money goes out. Wednesday, we talked about the cash flow. We did an example. There's actually, if you go on the cash flow webinar, Lunch with the Shark, there's an exercise there that you can download on Excel, and it can help you create your cash flow. So you cannot control the way money comes in, because you cannot control the way your clients are going to pay you unless you're in a fully cash basis cycle, meaning you pay me, I deliver. Okay? Most service providers are 50 advance, 50 at time of delivery. Some clients, they have terms, meaning 5 days after they receive the invoice, whatever it is. You cannot control this, but you can control the way the money goes out. That's why we recommend an income and an expense checking account, 2 checking accounts. There's multiple banks out there that give you free business checking accounts, because they only want to use your money for whatever days you have it there to make their own profits. Okay? They don't care. They'll give you free checking accounts. Okay? Be very vigilant on to see which type, what's the rating on those banks and so forth. Don't give your money to anyone that you don't trust. Okay? So be very careful with that. But there's free checking accounts. And if you're worried about stories about this, if you're worried the monthly service fee on your bank account, there's something wrong with you. $8 in the whole scheme of a business, it's not. Whenever you see your revenue versus those expenses are 0.0001% or should be 0.000001%. You should not care about $8 and $8. Okay? What you should care is how can I make $100 so I can offset those $16 that those two checking accounts are costing me. That's all there is. How can I make $100? How can I make $1,000? How can I make $10 so I don't care about those merchant fees, those checking fees? That should be your mindset. Don't trade or don't change peanuts. Okay? Don't change pennies for dollars. Your focus must be on the big picture, not on $8 or $16. Your focus must be on the big picture. Okay? So that's why we recommend two checking accounts at the beginning stages. It's going to create a way of thinking. It's going to create a method. It's going to create a system. It's going to create a custom. It's going to be custom for you to have 2, 3, 4, 5 checking accounts down the road whenever you're big to cover certain expenses. You're going to have a payroll account. You're going to have a tax account. So you're distributing based on your historicals, based on your percentages, based on whatever you know on your projections, how much you're going to need for payroll, how much you're going to need for taxes. But that's going to be down the line. Don't try to open 5 checking accounts at the beginning. I've seen that. I've seen, oh, let me follow the profits first from the beginning because I'm a multi-million 1-cent company. And I mean no disrespect. But when you're transferring $10 to your savings account, and then from that savings you have to transfer $8, and then it only creates conflict. It only creates conflict because you don't have the discipline yet on doing those transfers, on doing those changes. Okay? So even though you want to be big, even though you have the idea of being big and being the most successful company on earth, start small, but with that mindset. Okay? Reduce the burden. Third, have a dedicated workspace and time. Woo-hoo-hoo. Have a dedicated workspace and time. If you don't have an office, which at this point most of us are home working, we're working from our houses, have a dedicated space in your home. Have your little corner. Have your own space for your business. That's your business. If you're walking from your kitchen to your dining room and your dining room turns into your office, that's your office. Have your family respect your office. You respect your office. If that's going to be your nook of the woods in your home for your office, just set your office there. Wherever it's going to be, set it. Time. Be respectful of your time and say, if you say that you're going to work in your business from 10 to 1, do it. 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1 at your breakfast table, 10 to 1 at your breakfast table. Discipline. It starts little by little. We've said it. Make your bed every day. You are going to achieve at least one thing. Discipline. It all boils down to discipline. Okay? You get into a routine. You go to your breakfast table, which is now your office, from 10 to 1. Okay? You truly give your business the legs it needs. You need to commit to have a specific space in your home and a specific time to work on your business. If it's not your home, go to your car. Lower the windows though, because when you're thinking, your brain is working, a lot of energy comes out, and it's gonna get really warm. So lower the windows, unless it's raining. But have a dedicated space. Have it become your sanctuary. It's your business. Even give it a number. Let's say that your home address is 1820 Main Street. Give it suite 4. Oh, I have suite 4 because dining room, living room, kitchen, yeah, suite 4. It's an example. I'm joking, okay? So, this is my address. 1830, 1820 Main Street, inside or suite number 4. That's your office. You just created an office space for your company. You see how easy was it? But you need to think also outside the box. You need to be creative. For married parents, the easiest time are before the kid wakes up or after they go to bed. To truly be committed to your business, you have to sacrifice and be investing the time on your business. You may have to sacrifice Netflix, TV time, or sleep, but the advantages of having a strong and healthy business are what's worth it. Trust me. The hustle at the beginning, it's going to be tedious. The hustle at the beginning, it's going to be painful. It's going to be conflicting. It's going to be unknown, uncertain, whatever you want to be. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not going to get easy if you don't have solid foundations. It's not going to be easy if you try to do it all on your own. It's not going to be easy if you don't have consultants, advisors, and mentors. It's not going to be easy if you don't read. If you don't read books from successful individuals that done it before you. Don't try to do it on your own. Don't try to discover the new business management model. Don't. Make sure you follow us, our social media, you post, you send us messages, you curse at us, you bless us, you wish us, whatever you want to do. Send us your comments. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you don't like us, tell us. Tell your friends that you don't like us, but tell them why. Send it to us, and let's see what we can do. If you like us, also tell us why you like us. Send us your questions. I'll be more than happy, and I'm thinking of doing a Q&A session here soon about anything you guys want. You're going to shoot us questions, any questions you guys want. Gabriel, I know you're seeing us, it's going to be a very interesting episode because we might even bring on a couple of our special guests, maybe Carla, maybe Hernan, and let's answer questions as they come in. Any type sort of questions. That would be a very interesting exercise. By the way, Hernan and James, congratulations on your 500th episode of the Business Bros. We are so thankful and grateful that we've been part of them, of a couple of those 500 episodes. We appreciate everything that you guys teach everyone. You teach us. Congratulations. I know it started like a small project like ours, and now you are on the 500 episode of the Business Bros. If Jeff can help us putting down their link, I invite everybody that is watching us to join them today, to congratulate them, to wish them at least 1,500 more. I know it's a shitload of work, but it's worth it. I can tell you because we're doing it. So I want to end up with a quote, and I want to institutionalize, hopefully Gabriel and Jeff are listening, paying attention, not just listen to answer, but listen to pay attention. I want to quote on every single episode. And today's quote is, you can't achieve anything in life without a small amount of sacrifice. Wow. I'm going to repeat the quote. I'm going to wait for you to resonate with you, and I'm going to tell you who is it from. You can't achieve anything in life without a small amount of sacrifice. Shakira said that. Sacrifice. The success, it's very sweet, but it's also painful. It's been an amazing week, an amazing year, an amazing month. Let's keep it that way. Bon appetit. See you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family. Tell them that you love them. Hug them. Virtual hugs though, but see you on our next episode.
Gracias por acompañarnos en Lunch with the Shark. Si deseas programar una consulta con el Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visita nuestro sitio web www.invictusadvisors.com y no te olvides en suscribirte a nuestras redes sociales de Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter y LinkedIn.